Good morning and welcome to another edition of the program Sports Update Extra, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. My name is Jaffa Davis for this edition, and today inside this edition of the program, they continue to look at fixtures and results from local and international league. As we go pay attention to what happen inside the Leroy Premier League as match week 19 don't start. Plus, results that will happen from the UEFA Europa League from yesterday. And same so we continue for look at weekend fixtures will for take place across Europe top 5 leagues them. So not going outside the program Sports Update Extra, they continue as today. You self can get the opportunity for us, but a different club, the participation or the status that a different league and competition they take part. And you can do that through the number 077 981 981. The number again 077 981 981, or you can go now. We got the Democracy Facebook page. Use the comment section for add the voice to the different thing they will talk about inside the program and add the voice to the discussion. The program Sports Update Extra they continue, and me where they bring Canton at this edition Fambul. I name Jaffa Davis. With me today inside this edition, I get Mohamed Lamin Kebe and Semoso on the halftime of the program. We go Semoso get Alfred Jana. We will give you updates on the different issues that we get for do with the international side of sport. But good morning, Mohamed Lamin Kebe, and welcome to the program Sports Update Extra.
Good morning, Jaffa. Good morning, family.
We don't see the second leg of the Leroy Premier League don't start, and some results are on the popping. Yesterday, we get some very, very surprising results with many people not be they expect, but it is what it is when it comes to football. A team where Sidom in the third position of the league lost to a team where they second from bottom. We see Abacha City play against Old Edwardians, and courtesy from a set-piece goal, Abacha City been get a 1-0 victory against Old Edwardians. Massive blow for Old Edwardians, as yesterday we see the manager not be there at the dugout and the assistant manager be take out, but the defeat don't happen. So we get a lot of fixtures, but how big of a defeat this one be for Old Edwardians, particularly in entitled chase, where this season they're in a flying form?
Yes, I feel it's very unfortunate. I share the same sentiments with fans of Old Edwardians and also management and players But Jaffa, this is the beauty of football. If for say you look at prediction or you look at strength, say this team will be this team at all costs, then there will not be a need for that particular fixture day. So, like I say, football is a beautiful game, and one of the things that make football don't become very beautiful from where they found football. Now, because of the high competition they go, you can see team where they 20, not only peculiar to Salon, or in this case to all of the audience rather, than Abacha City, but we don't see countlessly that happen on international realm of football. Last time, we see Wolverhampton, Arsenal, the whole to draw, courtesy of a late-minute equalizer inside that game day. Asking me how all the audience them position in terms of this loss, I feel say this loss is very grave, as then self a strong competitor inside the Leon Rock 2025-2026 Leon Rock Premier League. The only difference between them and Borough Rangers with the second, now 2-point difference. Even before the game we played yesterday, they had 31 points, and Borough Rangers get 33 points at yesterday, and at the same point difference between the two, because all the audience can get Borough Rangers get a spare game as against all the audience who don't play 19 games. Borough Rangers don't play 18. So yesterday it was a fine opportunity for all the audience play, get a defeat, get a winning way from reduce the gap, not only them between them and Borough Rangers, but for reduce the gap between the team with the first round and Stratford Academy. Stratford Academy and get 35 points. So if all the audience don't beat yesterday, automatically they don't get 34 points, which means Borough Rangers starts for the lead by 1 point. But as it stands, I feel say a very unfortunate Jaffa, and I go on for I hope say because some of them lost at the middle of the league or in the middle of the league, it gets your own consequences at this particular time. As you don't mention, say they now inside the second matches, legged matches. So it's very unfortunate, Jaffa, because it was a fine opportunity. I continue for it. Also, for the side of Abacha City, it's a good win for them. You understand better why I say so, because they self-defeat relegation. They are not part of the red zone teams, but any loss, any defeat can see them.
This victory pulled them out of relegation because they were second from bottom.
No, yes, and now they say I see they're not in a red zone again, the red teams, but yet they are candidates for relegation because just after the red zone teams, we get or just before rather we get Abacha City in day 14. They are not part of the red zone teams. The Slipper FC day 15, Freetown City FC day 16, 17. That one starts 18. Luwawa FC. Abacha City before the game yesterday, then self-beating on the red zone team. But because of the stellar performance and the great results we can get against Old Edwardian by 1 goal to nil, I feel say don't increase in chance. Jaffa for able for retain in presence now the next year competition, because if you are good, me say the red zone teams are teams if the league ends today, they are going to be disqualified. They go play division football, and you know how it's difficult to let team go down for car up again. So for me, I feel that the boys of Abacha, they will be very glad, and also supporters and fans of Abacha City will be very happy with these results. At this stage, I can always define the competition, Jaffa, as in 2 or 3 fold. We get the first set of teams in, maybe the first, second, third man at the table, with the eye or they compete for winning the trophy. We get another set of teams also, where even if they're not winning the cup, just like international, they want to play Champions League. The aspiration of Manchester United is different from the aspiration of Arsenal, as the case may be. Arsenal want to win Premier League. The same for Liverpool and also Chelsea. So I feel say now because of them thing there, because of them different classification of competition, them make I feel say when the league they done, it get intense and fierce because everybody gets in dream. Or what you want for achieve for a particular season. You can get your dream before the season starts.
You want to keep your dream alive at that point.
Yeah, so you want for ensure so you retain Jaffa as I don't see back also. When the season starts, all man can get a different aspiration. I want to believe everybody want to win the league before the league starts. But in the tail end or in the middle of the fight, Jaffa, at this stage, you aspiration to change. So this is the same for Abacha City. The aspiration don't change. Maybe they wanted to win the trophy, but as things stand right now, I feel to the fight for let them know relegate. And if they want to really fight, I feel say that is a good start for a fight. For beat Ole Orleans, when they third in the league, Jaffa, I feel say kudos to them. But unfortunately also again, very sad to Ole Orleans as they miss a great opportunity for second, for this second one, not the second, for this second on the table, and also for close the gap between them and Star Sports Academy. And Star Sports Academy on the other hand, themselves don't do very well.
Okay.
Don't put up a good fight. Jaffa.
No, watch at other fixtures. Today Friday we'll get to see Usum Stars will travel from McKinney and can play Port Authority. Port Authority again, another team we. Inside this league season, really don't they in that kind of flying form. They don't show some a quantum leap of their performance in the previous season. Now they're in the 7th position and they play against Timuri 10th position. A very tight match, but in that kind of fixtures there, does home advantage help the team for get to the day? Irrespective of how far the journey could be for Usum Stars?
Jaffa, this I think is a huge topic. This one we introduce so the issue of having your games played at your own stadium. Yes, for me personally, I believe it comes with advantage, but enough for me to forget edge in terms of refereeing, because this is the case for many people, even international self. We don't see people or pundits the colours on decisions we referee take say bad, then go link and to say if Arsenal they play home, then we'll say that because they play in their home stadium, these are home advantage. But I don't think philosophy like that for exist. And I don't think in a thriving football nation, and if you say than for exist, say that there is nothing like home advantage. The only home advantage you could get is not about refereeing. The only home advantage in this case, way for B, is that you command a lot of support when you play home. Then at that stadium, they don't know the play. You know the pitch better than the visiting team, Jaffa. So all that they put together, I feel say it's an opportunity.
I asked this question about fans leveraging to the home team, making the atmosphere hostile for the away team, and that would be the idea about the question. But again, away from Dundee, on Saturday, we get the picks of the week. Bantal, they engage Eastern Lions, and Biboya Warriors, they travel to Port Loko for play. They welcome mighty Blackpool inside Port Loko Town Field. Very, very interesting picks for this weekend. And how big of a fixture is this for either side? For Bantal, looking at their performance and who side they at the moment against who side Eastern Lions Day, is it easy for write a script on who that can win or on a match we will need for going to the stadium? Because Bantal at the moment they 6th position and Eastern Lions they 8th position. A win for Eastern Lions can close the gap, but not necessarily means say they can go above Bantal. Bantal don't get some very consistent winning streak, and this game, because then they play at home again, can write them as the best pick for win this match. Is it so for you?
I think it's a tight match, Jaffa. So the prediction for me, predictions vary in terms of this match, Jaffa. But as you say, Bantal FC, apart from this season, we don't see a lot of loggerhead between Bantal FC and Eastern Lions. Even Borough Rangers at particular time. But more explicitly, last year, Leon Rock League, we see Bantal FC, I stand to be corrected, we came second, and Eastern Lions will for clinch that trophy day. And we don't see also that they don't play FA Cup, and Eastern Lions don't dominate them. When you put it in a scale of how many games this win or the draws, I think say Eastern Lions they lead by that day. And if you are going to do prediction, indicating that Jaffa, you go on for say Eastern Lions, they have the greater chance for win against Port Authority, Jaffa, but also looking at also against Bantal FC rather, but also taking into cognizance the recent performance of Bantal FC as against Eastern Lions, you go on for Eugene back also as a point as a Bantal FC, they are in a good position for able to beat Eastern Lions. The point difference between the two is very solid. Even if Eastern Lions win today, they now will claim on top Bantal FC, but they will only reduce the gap, and I think say they will jump over Port Authority. Yes, because they have the same goal, and Eastern Lions gets 23 points, Port Authority gets 26 points. So if Eastern Lions able for beat and Port Authority not able for secure a single point, then Eastern Lions they reduce the point gap between Bantal FC and them, and also immediately then will go 7 and Port Authority will count down to 8. So for me it's a big match, Jaffa, and over time we only see this match as a very threatening one. It used to be Blackpool, but for the past 3 or 4 seasons, the performance of Blackpool is nothing good to write home about. So I don't hear Blackpool and Eastern Lions. It's not derby, it's a serious game. A lot of people will talk about the game, even people will not go watch Jaffa. But I think they don't turn. Just like in England, football is something we constantly change. Jaffa, they change in terms of players. You see players when they perform well, all of a sudden it change. So change is very paramount in football. I don't for going to players we don't do very well, but in the start.
So what about the match between Mighty Blackpool and Biboya Warriors?
Mighty Blackpool, Biboya Warriors. I feel it's also a contest.
But Biboya Warriors in recent times
and also
form.
And Mighty Blackpool for over 10 now, Jaffa. Their performance is very appalling. They don't get a lot of strides. Jaffa for ensure they're able to produce results. Because the ultimate goal for any team and for produce results, for any football club, for secure 3 points and get a winning in Jaffa. So there are many issues where can make team not perform. There are times it could be administration. So I feel say they don't do well administratively because as we listen to news, Martin Michael don't do a lot. Jaffa for ensure say they will revitalize Blackpool to once arguably one of the best teams in Scadi. So the one for Rodney Michael for increase for let fans and begin get then kind of taste and the way they may get from Blackpool, which is no longer. They don't do a lot of administrative work. I want to believe that. But the administrative things that we don't do, Jaffa never for reflect or translate into securing points. They almost Mighty Blackpool almost relegated last season. You and I know. I don't want to reiterate. They almost not be able to qualify except for the recommendation of the transition team of the Salon Football Association. We recommend say all the teams and we the part of the red zone. In terms of transfiguration, let them able for left them. Not team so that they will fix the whole thing. They will fix some division, this, that, everything. I feel that I be the essence of that one day, Jaffa. So I feel it's going to be a very fine match for Mighty Blackpool, Jaffa, and also it's going to be an opportunity and platform for show themselves see they can do it, Jaffa, going forward.
The last match, Mighty Blackpool will get a win, but also on Saturday, Luawa FC go play against Freetown City Football Club, now approved school. Luawa FC, they're not able to survive in previous season, but this season it don't look so shaky that even though it acts for the side now, but it is show evidently that the team not get the resilience for bounce back. Now they play against Freetown City, where now another team where in recent times don't they try for opening game, but again then Sheffield they get some bad run of results them. And Luawa they start this game in 18th position, and Freetown City they start this game in 16th position. This is a match for relegation threatening. What kind of match would you expect? Is it that kind of physical match, or one way maybe we'll get Boku goals or less goals?
I don't see them producing big more goals. Jaffa, if you look at the track record of the performances and the results today, two teams their performance has been very awful. And I'm very surprised at Luawa FC. When the league starts, I think 3 or 4 or 5, 6 games, they initially the first 3. In some instances, they even the top in the league. But the performance over time now, nothing good to write home about. The performance not great at all. We make then the last bottom of the league. If the league ends today, it means Luawa FC will not have the opportunity to play in the next competition. But also for Freetown City FC, as you don't see, they self the grapple. They are grappling with a lot of things, Jaffa, and then self the part of the red zone teams. I think Freetown City FC, they will be motivated by Abacha City FC. Abacha City FC, they don't. Beat yesterday, they don't come out of the red zone teams. So I feel Freetown City should be motivated by that. But the same for Luawa FC. They themselves have to be motivated by that. But it is a long rope, Jaffa, for the two teams. You ask me in terms of which kind of football I feel say or the foresee will happen. I feel say it's going to be one where you can be very fierce. Because there are times the spirit of teams and get for win the league. There are times you equate them to the same spirit where two teams and get to the battle for qualify or for retain in the league. So for me, at the end of the league or during this stage of whether it's the Premier League, whether it's English football or what, me then think they are clear for look way junior teams already the battle relegation. I collect the match because they play with passion, very fierce, as opposed to when the league just starts we sometimes we get one game till then beat tomorrow waiting. But when the league don't reach the inside this height, Jaffa, matches like this way don't introduce way, therefore with Freetown City FC and Luawa FC, it could be very great and very exciting to watch, Jaffa. But I cannot make prediction for the two teams there because by virtue of this season performance, they look like teams where share the same strength. Jaffa. So if somebody go predict, you go predict out of for the sake of prediction, but nothing, no indicator, not really clearly tell you say this team will win over this team. No indicator. They are almost clustered together. This day 17 and this day 19. Jaffa. So and all two don't get don't get bad performances. But you go on for say in terms of clouds, Royal FC get the clouds. They have the name, but on the other hand again also Jaffa. If you had all the players, if you had all the clouds, why they need 20? So it's open. Shocks and shock and externality can affect games, can change games results. Just before you go into a match, we predict in Star Sports and Easter Lounge, we know they do pretty well, Easter Lounge they do pretty well. You get your prediction. There are times when prediction then get careful indication. Why would they say this team they go be this? We not just the gap and say, people they predict. Not just say this team they go be, but they get a pointer. They get a pointer. I mean, if you say this team, they get strength right now and then go will win this any particular game, as the case may be. But at the top of externalities, when the game starts, different shock will happen. You say this team, then go be because Saka they in full form. But what if as they go play during the warm up, this player don't get injury? So all that can affect him. A goal, a single game in a match, it change the whole complexion about the game. In some cases, Jaffa, they change the whole game. Jaffa. So for me, I want to say it's a matter of wait and see.
Yeah, because nobody no expect one yesterday against Solid Warriors. Now on Sunday, the match can look like this. We can forget FC Cologne. We go welcome Cambo Eagles na approved school. Star Sports go play against Diamond Stars, and also Bo Rangers go engage Bulom Stars. For FC Cologne, all of the seasons they don't be able for them into the top 5, into the top 3. But this season the competition is heavy, and the inconsistency in a situation where they don't add players, they don't change new manager and things like that. And you think say the technical team need time for gel into the new system, the players into the new system, or FC Cologne really get chance again for getting hands on the trophy this season?
Jaffa, I feel say to be fair enough, any person we know they do well or we think not they go right, every person deserve more time for look at issues. Pull them away from football. If somebody gets an accurate task, it's just but fitting say you need time. But the reality on ground or the reality about football, fans could be very sentimental. They need to pay there. No fan not the way they pay. So what they want now winning at all cost. And most of the time, Jaffa, when team fail for win, and the coach take blame for me. So the administration headed by the coach, yes, for me I believe you need time. But FC Cologne safe, I think in a whole, they get potential. FC Cologne are one of the most teams in a way very correct. We will obey the laws of football governance in terms of football club. Then get a female team. Then get also under 20. Then get academy, so to speak.
FC Cologne they play this match. They start this match in 5th position and they play against team in 13th position. You think say Cambo Eagles away to FC Cologne able for create the spark or the what do you talk about externalities where they can leverage or forget the day?
Yeah, by virtue of that, we can see a change of it. We can see, but
FC Cologne can dominate.
But on paper, that the externality I talk about now are the ifs and buts for a particular match. I tell you, say you can get Messi in a team. If you say yes, you get Messi. It's tough. One of the job, they get injury. So all that externality. But on paper, if anybody they follow the league, and by virtue of how they dinner the league, if you want to give prediction, it's very clear that FC Cologne go for beat Cambo Eagles. Cambo Eagles, then they struggle a lot. The issue of FC Cologne Jaffa, I know for do it for 17 well. They are not even average, but they always get issue for ending the consistency Jaffa. But if you watch, apart of result, if you watch FC Cologne they play, you want to agree with me, say one of the things the way they play finest football. Jaffa, where they play beautiful football. They are one of the teams. If you count 5 teams, you know pull FC Cologne where they play the ball and go on beam. But over time, themselves, with all the structures where I believe they get under this, and get under that. For most small, we see how Mohamed Cologne or FC Cologne be very passionate for bringing boys them, for bringing talent them. So by the end now, if you say, can they for able to reflect by FC Cologne? They don't do one way, the time way East Alliance, they were almost literally dead. They don't do one the time way Blackpool, literally dead way. Football nobody play in Salon, football they play except for community leagues or national representation. You get 4 seasons when the league nobody play. And before that, even 4 seasons before the league nobody play, Jaffa, Cologne don't do a lot. We don't see in signature with the first agreement with Moti, Ekaut FC Cologne. If you see Salon Tari, we like football, we like community football. If you see Bobo where they could train, it is FC Cologne. We as you know see this is how you play ball game. That visibility there, and if you see any other team get them, even East Alliance all they talk so, they don't have a well coherent academy as compared to I bet if they have it, but even if they can get them, even they get that structure, no team not in Salon will get structure and pass FC Cologne. So the issue is this: with all these structures, they should be competing by now. Jaffa, because they don't produce lots of players, even the players where they play international, where they get representation, national team. I will call names after names.
So in other words, another do justice to themselves.
Yeah, in order to reflect it, they perform, they do, but in terms of being the main guy, we have not been seen FC Cologne for being the main guy. And in this situation, they have to be because of the preparation and also they get Cologne edge. Yeah, exactly. And they get Cologne edge, who is, for me, is an expert in football. He played it, he's a administration, and he knows what to do. So if other teams they can East Alliance, they bring Asma James, they bring Gino Navo, they own the
personalities.
Yes, a host of other personalities. They came together. Football, you will win from table before now they go on the pitch. Yes, football is won sometimes at the table. Where Gino Navo all come together, where they look, they solve all the structures. For me, they became advantageous or disadvantageous to other teams. People will get wealth and we get experience and converge as against all the teams that we go on for say. They don't even pay them players. They can raise incentive for the players them, this, that, and fix this, that, everything. They make sure see the physical presence they now some I don't know for now, but you agree with me. Say the physical presence of them people in the we can get high stake Salon. I feel say that they don't grant them the league. When I want for winner last season. And before the league starts 4 years back when they play, East Alliance came and won it because of the people we go close to it. These are the same question we did ask Mighty Blackpool. Because they self command a lot of people who are wealthy. Is it that they don't frustrate about their performance? But even if they are frustrated, they need to come together. So in the issue of FC Cologne, I feel say they need to learn from East Alliance. East Alliance went to the board and won it. Una get all kinds of things.
That means East Alliance are deciding for almost say they want this league this season.
They will change. Even this one said this season maybe their performance will be very abysmal.
Yeah, because it's still on the balance.
Yeah, even this the start of this season, you got agree with me say their performance was very abysmal, but then they don't pick their shape. Yeah,
big shape. But Mohamed Lamin Kebe, other fixture again. How much of a strong contender will Star Sports Academy be for this league? This week they play against Diamond Stars na SLFA Academy, and they start. They play the match. They will start in pole position as they get 35 points na the top spot na the league. They play against Diamond Stars with the 17th position. Remember, this is the same position where Abacha City been there. And then get a 1-0 victory against Old Edwardians. And we see how Star Sports, apart from the previous 2 games they didn't just play, been on the door points at a very consistent rate. this match, because of what happened yesterday between Rodians and Abacha City, forgive fans and say, for make fans and get an expectation, say anything can happen, we can get a different twist, and Diamond Stars can create the upset.
And that's for sure, in Jaffa. You know, go override and you'd ask me this question. Yes, it's good you ask me for the education of people they listen with. But I know say you are aware, say it's very possible for that team with the 20. But if it happen in England, we don't get Jaffa. Let me say this: we don't get team for the Spanish. I can let for draw. I can let for make comparison. For people get them better, or people they listen with them get to understand better. Barcelona, they don't get a particular season when they win the cup. They get team wake up. The team wake up, then beat Barca home and away, then relegate back. That same season, the Barca win the cup. Barca win the league. Team wake up, we just come up, then beat Barca home and away, then relegate back. So majority of them point them, or you go on for 1/3 of them point and secure for Barca because they put 6 points now their hand. Jaffa. So in context, between Starsport Academy and Pole to Pole from 1st to 20, I mean not 20, from 1st to 18. From 1st to 17 rather, Star Sports Academy, by nature of their name, Star, then they play Diamond Stars, they host Diamond Stars. But on paper, Jaffa, my own personal prediction, I think say Star Sports Academy, they are up for 2-0, a two goal difference between them and Diamond Stars FC way done the struggle. And also it's an opportunity for them for Star Sports Academy. Remember say all Edwardians lost. Even though Edwardians not in the second, but then said they thought they may come rapidly. So what you did first now, second, third, fourth. Now you remember they not catch you at any given time. So they have to build and they have to be inspired by the results where all Edwardians get. Then defeat them. So if Star Sports Academy able for win, Jaffa, except for Bo Rangers, where we don't know the team when they go play and also how the results go pan out. But for Star Sports Academy, able to get winning, it means they'll still retain the first position and they will get 38 points, having played 19 games. And this is not the same for English Premier League. It's now 18 teams to participate. Now 36 games in entirety. So if you don't play 19 games, it means they have played a little over 50% of the 100% games they were there for play.
Yeah. So you're surprised at the way how Bo Rangers they take stance at the league. They're not in bad position at the moment. They're still in a very decent position in this second at the table.
They're not start fine.
Yes, they're not start fine, but they're able to pick up points. This weekend they play against Bulham Stars. Bulham Stars, they start this game in 9th position, and a win for them can go just above Eastern Lions for go into 8th position. But for Bo Rangers, you think they can get this one because they play at home with them fans then at the Bo Southern Arena?
Yes, I feel say not the way team enough for the last game when they play home. More especially when like FC Cameroon, the young home na Freetown or Blackpool or Eastern Lions. No team where teams when they Cambo Eagles. Jaffa, where Cambo Eagles the host game, or where Bo Rangers the host game, as the case Bo Rangers the host this game. I don't feel any visiting team forget serious impacts because the nature of football, poverty is entrenched in football. Fans don't go out for watch the game, Jaffa. But for go pay the money for go watch Bo Rangers, FC Cameroon or waiting they play na Bo Rangers, na Bo for the person pay. It's not easy for one person pay, taking money go pay. So, but Bo now, then get people and Dede. For some of them are creation self, Jaffa. Then Dede, they will spend 5 or 10 million for watch Bo Rangers where they play, then games end. So for me, like Bo Rangers, like Cambo Eagles, where they host game now, them different places, them like also Diamond Stars where they play Kono. I feel say then get opportunity, Jaffa, for getting home games and way then go able for. Freetown now, you have to say open small. FC Cameroon command a lot of support now. But we have plenty of people where they support Bo Rangers. They get Boku indigenous from Bo where they Freetown right now. So that's the advantage we then get. So if FC Cameroon they play, yes, FC Cameroon will get their own support because they get support pass. They get support pass they get support pass any team where they come from the provinces, Jaffa. So you've always build on that because build on the fact say fans don't get the opportunity for go watching games and they become Jaffa. So what I will say, where Freetown, FC on the host game at Freetown, Bo Rangers or Cambo Eagles, they get a lot of people, even in cabinet, any Southside defending chef, you must get possibly coming from Bo or coming from Kenema with Freetown. So they have command a lot of support now Freetown. But it is opposed to Bo Rangers when they play at Bo. How many players anyway, how many people away come off Freetown when FC can't really support where they go now? Now that they reside at Bo. Not plenty. If you can't, let me give you the ratio. If you can't, or if you put it into ratio context, if Bo Rangers are playing at Bo, then FC Calon they come out. It could be any team, not only FC Calon. Or Mighty Blackpool they come out from Freetown, they will play Bo Rangers and Bo. The fan support from me is going to be 80 to 20%. 80 to 20. 80 for Bo Rangers and 20 for the team where they come out from Freetown. But it is different from where Bo Rangers they can play at Freetown. The percentage will not be the same.
But overall the supporters' presence at the league really do up.
Yes, Jaffa, I think I'm working on story like Dandy, and soon I think we'll get opportunity for the people who listen to this program able for understand Dandy. It's a whole different ball game, Jaffa, but that is not peculiar to games that they play at Freetown, I want to say. But even though we not get there, even in Bo they play, but they get an average crowd, and also because people don't get recreation facilities inside the day. But we can do better even in games where they play at Bo. But not, you need to see supporter for FC Calon. You hardly see supporter of Bo of Easter Lounge Bo, except for the people in the administrative staff there with the travel with the team, Jaffa. So you make mention of low turnout. I think it's visible a day. The only thing no one now with the talk about is a low turnout, but you know me see they only get nobody know the go watch game. Nobody you don't support another way to go watch game. We say there has to be increase. They therefore fight for increase the public education and public awareness so that they go for drive public participation. Jaffa. So that is a different. The low turnout of people they watch game. I feel say the effect and also the impact I feel say is grave, and also as media and as journalists them where they in forefront of sport or in forefront of football, I feel say we should not get tired of discussions like that. How can we make the league viable so that people will go watch their games in the Jaffa. Okay. But in coming days of sport editions, Jaffa, I feel say it's good with go lights on the one end day. So that if it happen, Jaffa, it happen for me and you. If we get people to go watch game, you as journalists will go cover game or waiting. Because they get a lot of get taken, you must get small thing. So it affects, I mean it gets a triple effect, not only on the players them. Then go for use them money for pay players very well, and then go for some things and they for travel for buy fuel self and work. But if you get a lot of people where they go watch games and they able for generate fund or able for buy tickets, Jaffa, they able for use that one day for ensure say they improve sport, improve them player welfare, for improve player welfare, coach welfare, and also improve the kind of condition where most them we don't talk say there is poverty in the game. Jaffa, I think say go for reduce that. If only we will get a right for increased public participation or public watch of really game. Football is very beautiful. People know it. But the only issue is we don't make the league viable it so that people go able for get the interest. Because person never go pay money, he need better recreation facility. In England, I can always say this. Some people, you see women in the world, you don't see them passionate all the time about football, but they are passionate about education.
Mohamed Lamin Kebe, continue for still to inside the program. 077 981 981. Now the number you go use 077 981 981. Call and ask questions. But you club with the support and add the voice to the different things that we look at inside this edition of the program. Quickly, we take some results from yesterday Europa League playoff fixtures as we see Usai Bologna will get a 1-1 draw with AS Roma. Aston Villa win against Lille by a single goal to nil. Panathinaikos get a 1-0 victory over Real Betis. FC Porto get a victory over 2-1 victory over Stuttgart. Celta Vigo draw with Leon 1-1. Ferencváros also get a 2-0 victory over Braga, and Genk will get a 1-0 victory to Freiburg. Midtjylland beat Nottingham Forest by a single goal to nil. But for today, we're in a Friday. We get a whole lot of fixtures, so the number 077 981 981. Open now, you can call for make a contribution and add a voice to the different things that we look at inside this edition of the program. We'll take the first call inside the program. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, your name and where the call from?
This Alpha, the call from Lunge.
Yes, Alpha. What are the contribution?
The contribution largest is on we own league, we own favorite, we own National League, the Premier League. I not compare on both the different executive, but I just declare for please at least let me declare for sell out, no markets we own league. This Premier League are still and nothing. Look it on out, the taking. Let me what they say from the gate to the gate to the players. We try for refresher. We know they see nothing because of the publicity they down. The adverts they go people they know they see fixture, they will see fixture before the match venue. But nothing like that they go. Some of them are the protest state now they try, the journalists them are waiting. Now that's me they beg, and they encourage I beg the Premier League board. Don't play for advert, don't be sell the league. Look the community league, they sell out. You every say Kutolo they play. You don't pass now people inside their service. Now they get to them. So me and that me they stay.
Okay, continue for still to 077 981 981. Now the number you go use 077 981 981. Now the number you go use to be part of this edition. And a message will reach you. They say, good morning, Radio D. Please, any good news about Star Sports Academy, and tell me about my two players, Shaka Mahrez and Ali Police from Italian Versace, aka Hala Madrid. And also Italian Versace continues to say, I told you here last time that at the Stadio Santiago Bernabeu will beat Manchester City in the Champions League, but you guys did not believe. Hala Madrid. Okay, good one. We'll continue to go from good form. Okay, the program, they continue 077 981 981 with issues around Star Sport. Star Sport will play on Sunday and then get a very big match for play against Diamond Stars, now the SLFA Academy. But the program, they continue. Today fixtures then look like this. Marseille will play against Auxerre in the French Ligue 1. Borussia Mönchengladbach will play against St. Pauli and the German Bundesliga, and Torino go engage Parma. A whole lot of very interesting fixtures and they inside the international scene for Saturdays and Sunday. And very, very interesting one the way Youssef K will for go and look at. Because of time, fan will not able to continue go further. So plenty thank you, Mohamed Lamin Kebe, and also plenty thank you to the listeners and viewers them. And same way, so plenty thank you to we call for making contribution inside this edition. Producer Musa Kamara and Seth, plenty thank you to the technical person on duty when a DJ Cap, so make una get live from a different you set them. Fatma Tasamoa make una see live na Facebook. Sote the next edition. More being counted on this one. And I'm Jaffa Davis. Goodbye.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program that